Well, top of the morning there to you, and welcome to your Morning Manna. My name's Nick, and this week we've been taking a closer look at the names of God that we find in the Bible. Today we're going to talk about Jehovah Tsidkenu, which means Lord, our righteousness. You know, the first time that we see this name mentioned in Scripture, it's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. Essentially, Jeremiah, he's a prophet, and he's prophesying to the Israelites, the people of God, and he's warning them about God's judgment that is coming. Jeremiah rebukes them, and he tells them, he says, listen, you've abandoned God. You've abandoned his ways, and you've broken your covenant with God by worshiping other false gods. And so for chapters and chapters, you see Jeremiah rebuking the Israelites, rebuking the people of God, and really giving them a message of judgment. But then his tone changes completely. In chapter 23, his message of judgment turns into a message of hope. Jeremiah tells the people of God, he says that, listen, God's going to send someone who's going to save you. And he's going to bring security for you forever. And this person's name would be Jehovah Tsidkenu, the Lord, our righteousness. Now, obviously, now we know that Jeremiah was prophesying about the promised Messiah, Jesus, who would come, he'd live a perfect life, he'd earn perfect righteousness, and then he'd die on the cross for us so that we could have his righteousness. Jehovah Tsidkenu, the Lord, our righteousness. No doubt this was certainly a message of hope to the people in the Old Testament, and it continues to be a message of hope for us today. Why? Well, because we don't have to earn our own righteousness. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Have you ever felt like you have the pressure to do a bunch of good deeds so that you can earn favor with God? I mean, have you ever felt just that pressure of, one day God's going to weigh my good deeds versus my bad deeds, and if my good deeds outweigh my bad deeds, maybe I'll make it into heaven? Listen, that's not the gospel. That's not the gospel at all. The beauty of the gospel is that Jesus has already done it for you. I mean, it's good to go to church. It's good to follow the 10 Commandments, and it's good to help people who are in need, but none of those things are going to save you. Only Jesus can save you, and the good news is he already did the work. Remember, Jesus plus nothing equals everything. Listen, if you've been struggling with thoughts of not being good enough for God, then it's time that you remind yourself who Jesus is. He's Jehovah Tsidkenu. He doesn't just give you righteousness, he is your righteousness. Call on his name. Trust him for your righteousness today. I want to leave you with a few statements of truth, and as I declare these things, I want you to agree with me and believe these things for your life. Just say this in your heart. Say, today I declare that I am the righteousness of God. I trust that Jesus is all I need. Because of what Jesus did on the cross for me, I no longer need to feel shame or guilt or pressure to earn my own righteousness. Today I walk confidently in my relationship with God, knowing there's nothing more I can do to earn God's love or earn his acceptance because it's already complete. I rest in the work of Jesus, and I find peace and satisfaction in Jehovah Tsidkenu, the Lord my righteousness. Listen, I hope this series has been a blessing to you this week. God bless you, and we'll see you next week for some more Morning Manna.